pushing limits and rewriting what the human body is capable of. From the heart of raw strength to the edge of impossible, the bench press world competition returns, bigger, louder, and stronger than ever. The world's elite lifters, one stage, 3 lifts, no second chances. Hundreds of kilos, 1 rep to rule them all. Power meets passion. Muscle meets moment. This is the ultimate test of strength. Are you ready to witness history? Be there. Feel the pressure. Or stay home and feel the regret.
Welcome to the 2025 IPF World Classic and Equip Bench Press Championships. Presented by Lakeland SBD, we are live from Drammen, Norway. My name's Joe Whiteley. I am here with the one and only Gary Williams. And Gary, this is the start of the Equipped Open classes.
It just gets better and better, doesn't it? Nothing better than Equipped Bench Press. I've just relocated myself from platform 2, and I'm currently untangling myself from a million cords.
So we're starting out with the lightweight women. So the first flight will be 47 kilo, 52 kilo, 57 kilo. And then we'll move on to the 63s and the 69s. Running order is on the screen for you right now.
This is a great class, though, well, lightweight women. They have to be so much more technically proficient in the equipped. I mean, when you're a heavyweight man, you can sort of get away with an error here and there and sort of muscle your way through, but you've got to be so much more technically proficient in this weight class to not let that bully you around a bit.
We are seconds away from getting underway, and we're going to start off with Shelley Brown, USA. The referees weren't in place, so we're just going to wait for the referees to get themselves sorted.
Oh, look, what? We don't need referees. Just get out there and do it. We've got a replay. It's fine.
So Shelley Brown is in the 57 kilo class.
Now, I recognise the name, but I don't recognise lifting before. I don't think she has.
No, I don't think she's been to World Bench before. So this is a nerve-wracking moment. You walk out there and there's lights and cameras and photographers.
Equipped is hard enough as it is.
Yes. And scariest of all, IPF referees. Here she comes, 85 kilos on the bar. She lists her PB as 85, so she's starting out there. It's a bit different in equipped though, isn't it? If you see someone in classic opening on their PB, it's a bit of a worrying moment.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, you're setting your shirt and training your shirt for a particular weight range. It's not the sort of thing you can open light to make sure you get one in.
No,
it doesn't
opening
really
light
work.
is not a thing in equipped because it probably won't get all the way to the chest.
She got a really good pop, but it just slowed down a bit, but it's a good lift.
The bench shirt gives you drive from the chest, but once it gets about halfway up, you get that transition phase and you have to be underneath it, driving it home with delts and triceps. Agnieszka Zimmerman, Poland, 87.5.
Now, I did just get told that there is a Ukrainian lifter, I'm not sure if it's this session or the next flight, didn't make weight.
Oh, my word.
And I cannot tell you who it was, but there was one of the Ukrainian
We don't hear that very much at this level. But with travel and everything, it's part of the game.
Oh, well, that was a nice lift.
Oh, Gary, it was Natalia Cheremenko
Oh, there you go.
in the 52s. I can't see her on the scoreboard.
That is absolutely heart-wrenching when that happens.
Asiya Orazbekova, Kazakhstan, 87.5 on the bar. She's in the 47s. She was the bronze medalist in Texas last year. And you can see why.
Off to a good start.
Now, Gary, this is the second Armenian lifter I've had on this platform. I don't know if you've had any, but
Yeah,
we've
we
not
had a
really
couple
seen
from Armenia
Yep.
on platform 2 over the last few days as well.
It's good to see countries that are fairly new to the IPF sending teams. This is Karina Simanians, Armenia, 90 kilos on the bar. She's done some Europeans, but we haven't seen her at World Bench since Tokyo 2019.
Yeah, it was a big competition in Tokyo. They've grown a lot since then as well.
Slow and steady all the way.
Good lift. 107.5 for Svensson.
Home nation lifter next, Kaja Svensson, Norway.
Svensson, Norway.
Looking for 107.5 to open her account.
Only a couple of years out of the juniors as well.
Now we need to keep an eye on the Masters records as well, Gary. There are Masters in all three weight classes here.
Yeah, we got a Masters 2 in the 57s. Oh, great speed.
Nice.
And it's a good lift. 2 to 1.
Now one blue card from the side.
110 kilos.
Yeah, I can sort of see why. I mean, when you're sitting on the side referee there, you see the end of the bar move,
First,
and it can look like a full bar movement.
Montronci, Ukraine.
Back into the 47s now, and this is Oksana Motranchuk. I've mangled it again. Motranchik, Ukraine. 110 on the bar.
I think you handle the names much better than I do, so I'm not going.
Well, it
I
took
am
me
not
3
going to
goes. It took
criticise.
me 3 goes. But she was the world champion out in Texas last
Yeah,
year.
she was. She lifted very well.
She did. She got 120 that day. This is 110. A little bit wobbly on the way up, but a good press nonetheless.
Yeah, I think she generally lifts like that. She has a sort of 2-stage lift,
Japan.
and you can clearly see the transition from shirt
Yeah.
to upper body.
I have the same, and it often results in a bit of a dip, which is unfortunate. We have Aya Fukuda now. First time we've seen her lifting equipped at all, and we haven't seen her on the international stage since 2019, where she did classic
wow.
powerlifting.
She'll be heading into the Masters category next year as well. Feels good.
Really nice.
Easy opener. Good lead.
Now she has a red card failure from the centre referee. That's for elbow depth. The bottom of the elbows must be at least parallel with the middle of the shoulder joint.
Slowly for Marcelo Sarvi. Finland.
Now here's our M2 lifter in the 52 kilo class. It's Marcella Sandvik, Finland.
Now, she has had quite a career
She has, spanning 20 years or more.
and quite an incredible comeback as well, because she got quite a severe injury in Japan back in
Of
2019.
course, I wasn't in Japan, but you were there for that, weren't you,
Yeah,
Gary?
and I've got to take my hat off to her comeback, her lifting. It's just absolutely amazing.
It was a broken arm, if I remember
Yeah.
rightly. We don't see many injuries,
It's
to be honest,
very
in
rare.
powerlifting. But that's a frightening thing. It's the mental recovery.
Yeah,
from
it's
that
not
sort of
just the
thing.
physical side. I mean, physically, from our break, you come back, that point is generally stronger. But mentally, very tough.
Next lifter out is Team GB, Amila Dissanayake.
2 kilo class lifter.
112.5 on the bar. Now, of course, with the Ukrainian lifter missing weight, that opens it up, opens the competition up in the 52s.
Just getting the blocks in position there.
She was out in Texas last year. She took the silver medal with 110, opening with 112.5 this year.
Good open.
Nice.
3 whites.
Good lead. Now we have Charlotte Bowser Robicon, USA. 117. Into this first attempt.
Technical controller just holding the lifter back until the platform is ready. And it's Charlene Balser-Rokamp, USA. 117.5 on the bar. Now, she lifted classic as well, I think.
Yeah, quite a few lifters backing up from the classic.
I was just trying to find her results. She's a Masters 1. She lifted in the Masters 1, took the silver medal. She's here in the equipped in the open.
3 white lights. Nyapi Ikuchi from Japan. 122.5 kilo opener. We have 2 attempts with the same weight.
Here's the defending world champion, Miyabi Kikuchi.
And bars
But
loaded.
can she do it again? Certainly not going to have it all her own way.
It was 132.5 she won with last year. She used to do both competitions. She used to do classic and equipped. 3-time world champion in the equipped already. But I think she's dropped the classic side of it the last
It's
couple of
not
times.
an easy
yeah.
thing to do, to be able to
No.
train for, to be able to train for both and be great at both is a very hard thing to do.
Of course, there are lifters who can, but it is a challenging thing.
Just as I said that, Daiki Kitama sat down right in IC,
Many time
in
world
eye
champion
line.
in both. Easy.
Good lead. Easy opener. Well done. Kayla Casey, Canada. Same weight on the bar.
Kayla Casey, Canada, is out next.
Casey.
I was just checking the score sheet. She did indeed lift classic as well. Last year she just did the classic, not the equipped. Branching out into equipment this year.
Coming over to the equipped side, hey?
She did 100 in the Classic, opening with 122.5 here.
Once you come over to the equipped side, there's no going back.
Well, it's a good opportunity to be exposed to equipment when you come to World Bench, and there's lifters from both disciplines.
Nicely done.
Yeah, doing well with it.
Good leg. Right legs. 125 for 2 against a row. Kalinska transfers. And bar is loaded. Tatiana Shavinska, Ukraine.
Tatiana Shavinska, Ukraine. Now, this is the first time I've seen her do bench only. We've seen her at the
Yeah, I was going to
full
say she
power
does full
equipped.
power.
Yep. Silver medalist at the Europeans early this year. In fact, it was only a few weeks ago, wasn't it? Benched 132.5 at that event. But of course, she doesn't have to do a squat before she benches this time.
Yeah, and I don't think a lot of athletes realise how much of a difference that
Yeah.
makes until you come and do a bench only.
Little bit of a hesitant lockout.
3 white lights though.
Stay weight. Akane Isibasi from Japan. The 7 kilo lifter. Bar is loaded. Isibasi, Japan.
Akane Ishibashi is out next, Japan.
Now I recognise her.
Yeah, definitely. She
Was
was
she-
out in Austin.
Oh, she was in Texas, yeah.
I think she lifted Classic as well earlier in the week.
She's quite an accomplished lifter in her own right. It's right up on those shoulders. It's all the levers lined up. All the fulcrums. Slow and steady. I thought that might happen. We get a red light from the centre referee.
135 kilos for
And
Kova.
yeah, from that position she looked
Yeah,
okay.
it didn't look too bad.
The same weight. And bar is loaded for Blanca Bartolkova, Czechia.
It's Blanka Bartonkova next. Czechia. She's looking for 135. We've seen her do up into the 140s before. She's the full power European champion. Benched 142.5 out in Czechia earlier this year, a few weeks ago.
I was just thinking, was it in Czechia where she did 140 and a half? Well, 135 moved pretty easily.
It's a good lead. And same weight for Buturlin, Ukraine. Bar is loaded. Anna Buturlin, Ukraine.
Hannah Botalim, Ukraine. Now, she just missed the podium last year in Texas. In fact, she was bronze medalist equipped, 4th place in Classic. Benched 142.5 last year, opening with 135 this year. That was
Fast.
easy.
Good lead.
3 whites. She's got plenty of room to move there.
40 kilos for Ellie Steele, Great Britain. And the bar is loaded. Ellie Steele, Great Britain.
Now here's Ellie Steele. She's a phenomenal bencher. She took a little bit of a break to start a family, but she's back in action now.
Well, with a name like that, you're meant to be a
It's a
powerlifter, aren't you?
great name for a powerlifter, isn't it? Ellie Steele.
Just meant for the sport.
Come on, Ellie.
There's Martin Marshall in her corner. She's opening with 140.
Martin's been busy. He was coaching on the platform 2 earlier. He's probably coaching on platform 1 earlier as well.
Oh, yes, lovely.
Yeah, smoke that one.
And it's 3 white lights for speed.
She's done up into the 150s in national competitions, I believe.
That's some huge numbers.
Went out to World Games in 2022.
22.5 kilos for Timmerman, Poland.
So this is where we are with Fukuda leading from Mutrunchik and Simonians in the 47s. Javinska leads Kikuchi and Dissanayake in the 52s, and a steal from Bertolin from Bartonkova in the 57s.
Well, it's not every day you see every lifter with a lift on the board in
Oh,
round
wow.
1 in equipped.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite common to miss your opener in equipped bench, but no one did. Agnieszka Zimmerman, Poland, 92.5.
Left was quicker, but looks like she got the job done. 3 whites.
Well done. Same weight for Orat Spekova, competing also 47 class. And Boris
She's got a
Lodi.
really nice touch.
Here's Asiya Orezbekova, Kazakhstan. 5 kilo jump up to 92.5.
Come on, Asia. Давай. Up, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Didn't get much speed off the
Oh, that
chest.
was
She
tough.
did well to lock that out.
Good legs.
Really twisting the bar, rotating the wrist a bit there as well.
7.5 kilos into this second attempt. 7.5 kilo ton. Boris Lodi. Shelley Brown.
I think she's losing a bit of power doing that on the left-hand side.
Shelley Brown now. Opened with 85. She's gone up to 92.5.
Let's go, Shelley. This is her personal best attempt. Come on, girl.
Quite a long stroke she's got.
Yeah, it's a long way to move the bar.
Up. Come on, come on, come on. Try it, try it, try it.
And that
Oh,
really
that was
shows
tough, yeah.
she's going to have a long distance to move the bar once the shirt stops helping her.
Yeah, and in that sort of situation, you need as much speed from that shirt as you can get.
95 kilos.
Otherwise, you run into this.
Second attempt. And Boris
So the
Lodi.
bar can stall out, but it cannot go down.
Simonians from Armenia. This would take her on
Karina
third place
Simonians,
in the
Armenia,
class.
95 kilos on the bar. This will move her up to third.
It's not bad on the second lift. We always say you've just got to put your lifts in and see what happens, create the opportunities, and she's creating herself opportunities there. Gets the lift in, gets herself up into a position. She's got a toe on the podium now.
7 kilo plus. Boris Lodi. Benson. Come on, babe.
Kaja Svensson, Norway. 1:15.
Amen.
He's been a busy man this week.
Great speed off the chest, but gave it a bit of a bobble on the way up.
Yeah,
blue
it just needs
cards.
to keep up with that speed a little bit, I think. I think it just got away from her a little there.
Now, 4 attempts in a row. Montrinchik comes first, but slowly.
So whilst that replay's running, I will give a big shout out to all the coaches here. The athletes come, they do their lifts, they get to go and have some fun and enjoy Norway. These guys, you look at them come out, they've been here all week doing such an incredible job for these athletes.
And it's been long days some days. Oksana Motrunchik, Ukraine. This 117.5 will move her into the lead, but then Fukuda will come out for the same weight at a lighter body weight. And Fukuda's holding all the advantages here. Lighter body weight, higher lot number.
Oh, a bit of a bobble on that one.
Now, the jury has
Overruled the last one.
something, but it says whites.
Sorry.
Okay, I think that was a mistake, but that was no lift
Black skin numbers.
for Matrunchik.
Then Aya Fukuda, Japan, 117.5.
Someone at the jury table decided, what does this button do?
Is loaded.
That's what it does.
Fukuda from Japan, 47 class. Return.
Aya Fukuda, Japan. Already in the lead as Matrunchik missed.
Yeah, that certainly changes things up a bit, doesn't it? One miss and suddenly there's an open door.
But their strategy was spot on with the two advantages, body weight and lot number. They were just going to follow Matrunchik, put the same weight on. But, you know, strategy is one thing, the lifter still has to
That's
lift the
right.
weight. Aya Fukuda, 117.5.
Slow and steady again. Doesn't look any different than the last one.
And it was her personal best with 2.5 kilos. Congratulations. Now we have Marcela Sandvik, bodies loaded. Same weight, 117. Marcela lifting in 52 kilo class. And this is European Master 2 record attempt for
Marcela Sandvik, Finland.
Come in, Marcela.
117.5 for a European M2 record. It will also move her up ahead
Yeah.
of Dissanayake.
Come in. Elevated Marcela in serving. Up, turn. Yeah.
Went up in stages, but it did go up.
Reese, good way.
2-1.
2-1. New European record. Congratulations. Same base still.
So she did
No
get a blue
underdog.
card from one
It's
referee.
From Great Britain.
It was a little bit of a lateral twitch,
Yeah, I think it was more lateral than anything.
Cars loaded.
So here's Emila Dissanayake for the same weight, 117.5, and Emila is lighter than Sandvik, so she will go past back into the bronze medal position.
Let's go, girl.
It's close for the medals in that field, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. It's going to be a battle over who's getting which medal. Nice, careful touch. Look at that, lovely.
Yeah, nicely done.
Referee say good play.
Her benching has really come on.
Patience. I mean, you don't want to rush the touch.
5 kilos for Balser Rovenkam.
Nice and patient. It'll get there.
The shirt is trying to push you around, and the temptation is, when the touch is difficult, to kind of rotate down for it. But that will really punish you.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of lifters, and you'll see this later in the week with some of the heavier guys. They'll really go looking for the touch, and it'll really throw off their bar path. Just be patient. Just keep pulling. Let the weight do the work.
Charlene Balser-Rokamp, USA, 125 on the bar.
Come on, come on, come on. Personal best, let's go.
I can see that shirt trying to fold her in half.
Now, did the bar dip not far above the chest?
Yeah, it did. It dipped a little bit at the top as well, I think, on the finish of the lift.
Bar is loaded now for Tatiana. Sorry.
Gets the touch. Now that I look at it from that angle, I'm not sure. But the referees call what they see in the moment.
Yep, you only got a split second.
Tetiana Shavinska, Ukraine. She's in the lead right now, looking to extend that with 130.
Of course, Kikuchi from Japan coming behind. And Sharinska is lightest of these ladies. Kikuchi is heavier. Давай, Татьяна.
That's
quick.
an accomplished second bench.
Great speed.
Kayla Casey.
She really kept with it as well.
For Casey. The 7-kilo lifter, goddess loaded. Casey from Canada. Personal best to 10 for Kayla with 7.5 kilos.
Canada's Kayla Casey, we salute you for making the journey over to Equipped as well as Classic.
Little support, personal best for
Welcome
Kayla.
to the world of Equipped.
130 on the bar.
Oh,
I
nice.
think she's got it, yeah.
I think it's good. It is 3 whites.
That's a 7.5 kilo personal best. But of course, with Equipped, you do get these huge jumps in numbers. You know, you get to grips with the equipment. You
Yeah,
maybe
that's
get a
right.
new shirt.
You can't just be strong for equipped lifting. It's all technique and technicalities and learning to use the shirt.
Miyabi Kikuchi, Japan, 132.5. 10 kilos up from her opener.
Kapare.
This will get her into the lead.
Up, come on.
Ah, that's a great bench.
Looks good. 3 whites. That surely is.
And how great to have Daiki Kodama cheering you on in
Front
the
row,
crowd.
right in the middle, cheering you on.
Easy passing, Japan.
Of course, he didn't have his best day in the Classic.
Yeah, he doesn't stop smiling though. I mean,
Yep.
I think with his experience too, he understands that, you know, some days just don't work.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's back on the platform tomorrow
Yep.
in the Equipped. Akane Ishibashi, Japan. She's taken a 15 kilo jump. Now, Gary, do you think that's just putting a lot more adjustment into the shirt, or do you think she's changed shirts?
Yeah, look, I think in this sort of weight class, I think you'd probably get away with the same shirt. 15 kilos, yeah.
I know that a lot of lifters, myself included, I set the shirt really high for my opener, so it makes it look more difficult than it is, and then You start to adjust the
Yeah.
collar and put it where you need it to be for the other lifts.
Great touch. Slow and steady, just like every lift. That's how she lifts.
Good lift.
The blue card there from the side referee.
Markonkova, Czechia, 142.5. She wants to take the lead.
I think there's a
Yeah,
little bit of
it-
lateral shift
It did
there,
come
that
up
was
from
all,
one side to
yeah.
the other, but there was certainly no full bar movement.
It's only fail if the entire bar dips.
Also personal best attempt
Blanka
for
Bartenkova,
102.5
Czechia,
kilos.
142.5. This will move her all the way up from 4th to 1st. In the 57 kilos, it's really tightly packed.
You made a good point there about opening and then going up 15 kilos. I mean, there's something that's you've got to really plan that in a shirt. You can't,
Yeah, yeah.
you can't say I'm going to open at 100 and I'm going to finish at 200 because that's two different shirts.
Yes. Four lifters in the 57s, all with a good shout of taking the title.
Oh, I am not going to call that one. Good
lift.
lift.
3 wide right.
All depends on the angle you look at, doesn't
It
it?
absolutely does. And camera angles can be so deceptive. Yeah, but you look at it face on and there's no problem
Yeah,
at
it
all
looks
with that.
completely
Yeah.
different from that angle.
Ukraine.
Anno Botolim, Ukraine, 142.5. Now, body weight and lot number are going to play a big part here, so let's take a look. Yes, she's lighter than Bartenkova, so this will take her past and into the lead.
Oh, and does she have the lot number advantage as well?
She does.
Very, very even. Ladies here. Strong and even competition.
We talk about lot numbers a lot, Joe. How do lot numbers work and
So,
affect the lifters?
If two lifters select the same weight, then the lower lot number goes first, and the lot numbers are allocated randomly at weigh-in. But if two lifters lift the same weight, it's the lower body weight that comes out on top. And if you have both advantages, you're in a good place.
Good lift.
Good lift, and Hannah moves into the lead in the 57s. One lift remains in this round.
Once again, she will take the lead with this attempt. Her personal best is 160 kilos.
And it's Ellie Steele. Now she's playing a smart game here. She's heavier than the other lifters, so she's just doing enough to stay ahead. She's put in 145 to the others 142, so she'll come out last, and she'll go into the lead.
Yeah, it's a good move. She's got to, play with what she's got.
Come on, Ellie. Good setup and let's go, girl. It's yours.
Oh, she did 160 at the British equipped. So yeah, I
Wow.
think she's not just streaking out ahead and trying to do whatever. She's just playing a really smart game. Stay ahead of the competition, win the championships. That was a
Yeah,
great
that looked
lift.
great.
3 wide right. She has the lead. Now we start the
You
third
can hear all
round.
the Brits in the crowd.
You can always hear the Brits.
92.5 second time.
Yeah, it's a nice lift. Hardly any stall out in it.
So Fukuda leads the 47s with Matrunchik in silver and Simonians in bronze. It's Kikuchi from Shavinska from Dissanayaka in the 52s, and Ellie Steele is out in front in the 57s ahead of Bertolin, Bartenkova and Ishibashi. Shelley Brown now, she missed 92.5 for her second. Going to take another swing at it on her third attempt.
Let's go, Shelly. Personal best. Come on. You got it. Up. Come on.
Oh, it's tough to get past there.
But she's still moving.
I don't think it dipped down either. I'm not sure from this angle.
See what the referees make of it.
Wow, we got
Apparently
two
not.
yellows as well there.
So possibly her hips popped up.
Yeah, usually when you're pushing that hard, yeah, you can start to see her hips push up from the front there
Yeah.
as well.
We have now 3 attempts.
She did well to get that moving though.
Bar is loaded. Even 1
Agnieszka Zimmerman, Poland, looking for 97.5 to move into third place. But then another two lifters are going to take 97.5 as well. And Zimmerman is, oh, she's not quite the heaviest of the lot. So the three lifters, Simonian, Zimmerman, Orozbekova, all taking 97.5.
Everything's just locked in there, isn't it?
It's Simonian that's lightest, then Zimmerman, then Orozbekova. So if she gets this, we might see some changes flow through. You get two changes on bench only, just like you do on your third deadlift in full power.
Oh, just
That's
couldn't
not
quite get
going.
control of it.
Same weight, bar is loaded. Karina Simonians from Armenia.
Left elbow was tucked under
Yeah.
too far. Karina Simonians, Armenia, taking 97.5 to try to maintain the bronze medal she currently has in her grasp. And then if she gets this, expect to see Orozbekova move up to 100.
Up. Come on.
Give
Oh,
it a
it's
bit of a
tough.
wiggle.
Try it.
She's
Gets to lock
locked
out.
it.
2 to 1.
Now we have the 10 chains, of course.
Then here come the attempt changes.
So she got that one on the board. Orozbekova is heavier, so she's going to have to move up to 100 to take the bronze. We're just waiting for that change to come through from the table. It hasn't done yet.
We're watching the screen and keeping an eye on it.
That's what I would expect to happen. There it is. It's gone in. There's no reason to do anything else at this point. She's sitting in fifth. Going up another 2.5 would give her a shot at the podium.
The bronze medal and bar is loaded. Orozbekova, Kazakhstan.
I've just realised that when I said Ellie Steele did a 160 at the British Equipped, I've given you her opening deadlift, not her bench.
Bronze medal attempt. Come on. Come on, people. Bronze medal
She has done 160, but it was in a higher weight class.
It has been very long days,
It
and
has.
you are forgiven for looking at the deadlift numbers.
I see it, Orozbekova now, 100 kilos for the bronze medal. Ah, she just mistimed
Yeah,
everything
you could
there.
see she just wasn't in the right position.
top 7.5 kilos for small girl.
So she finishes fifth. Simonians takes the bronze.
120 kilos, and we have two events with 120 kilos on both. And this is an attempt to go on third place in 52 class.
So we move to the fight in the 52s.
Lifter already 26 years
There's
old.
two lifters out in front, Kikuchi and Shivinska, and Dissanayake and Sandvik are battling over the bronze. First out, Marcela Sandvik, Finland,
Bar is loaded. Marcela Sandvik,
for
Finland. Bronze medal
120
attempt.
to slide past Dissanayake.
Yeah, it's all about creating opportunities.
Come in, Marcela.
You can only lift what you can lift.
Come in here.
So all you can do is put your best numbers on
Dukan.
and see where you end up.
Simonen. Up. Try it. Yes.
Looks like she's got it.
Well, she sounds pretty happy about it.
Come on, Marcela.
She was cheering before they even racked the bar.
Now 120 kilos for Amila Dissanayake. Fredrickson. She is
Pressure's on now for Amila Dissanayake, Great Britain.
So if she takes this one, it's a
Lists her personal best as 118. This is 120.
Amila Dissanayake.
Well,
Fredrickson.
her lifts have looked good thus far.
52 class.
A personal best on the international stage is something quite special, but if a bronze medal comes with it too,
Even
makes it
better.
even more so.
This is personal best attempt for Amiladi, 2 kilos. Come on, girl.
Yeah, just didn't quite get the hand out far enough there.
But, you know, that's the experienced thing to do.
Yeah,
if
put it
you,
back in the rack. Start again. You
there's
haven't,
no
had the
point-
you haven't had the start call, so
Yeah. There's no point starting the lift if it's not in the right place. She's just not getting under it, and she's out of time now.
yeah, just hand
She's
it out
going
a
to
little
have
bit
to be
further.
really quick, really quick. Come on.
Ah,
No,
she just
she
lost
just
control there as
couldn't
well.
Get the
That's a
balance.
real shame.
But she was looking great today.
Yeah, it's a real shame to finish like that. She has looked great today.
Yeah.
Look, whether she would have got the 120 or not, nobody knows. But it's just a shame for an athlete to finish that way.
So I don't know if the handout just wasn't going far enough. But in classic bench, you should be in control of the handout and put it where you want it to be.
Yeah, and it's
But
really
you're
hard
really
in equipped.
compromised in equipped.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a few handouts like that where it's just not far enough and you can't hold it.
Oksana Matrunchik, she has the silver medal in the 47. She's going to try and take the gold from Fukuda. This is 122 and a half.
Are you watching bench press? Some support. Come on. Gold medal attempt. Come on.
Fukuda just dropped to cover this weight.
No, I just couldn't quite get it
I
there.
think she got her left elbow out of place. It looked like it just tucked under as she started to push. There it went.
It really did, didn't it?
Yeah. So she was really tucked on the left and not at all quite
Yeah.
flared on the right.
Fukuda from Japan. Already a world champion.
So Aya Fukuda, she is the world champion in the 47 kilo class.
So Aya,
And she's going to take a 5 kilo PB attempt at 122.5.
Kampare Aya, Kampare. Personal best, come on. Up, 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 up.
That's not going,
Oh,
unfortunately.
just
a
didn't want to
little
move,
bit
did it?
too heavy.
She's world champion.
You know, it's one of those lifts where if she'd needed that to win, it might have been different, but you
It's-
can't bring the same intensity.
It is very hard to take the intensity out when you don't need.
Yeah.
Personal best attempt for Kaya.
Okay, here's Kaya Svensson, 57 kilos for 122 and a half. Try to move past Rokamp.
Menny.
It's a slow descent. Oh, I think there's a bubble though, and she's not going to get the lockout by the look of it. Great attempt though.
Balser Rolikon, 132.5 kilos. Climbing up on ranking to be placed with this attempt. And time being, Mars loading. Big jump to
So
first
here
round.
comes Charlene Balsa-Rokamp.
Let's go.
Sitting in 6th place right now. She'd like to move up one. She missed 125 on her second, but she's gone up to 132 and a half this time. This will move her past Casey.
Yeah, every place counts. You want to crawl your way up as many as you can.
I think she just came off the chest in the wrong direction there. Got a
yeah,
line
it just
wrong.
looked like it went straight up instead of a little bit back.
Gray, 135 kilos. And this is an attempt to take the gold medal. Fighting in Kikuchi, Japan. Bar race loaded. Tatiana Shalinska, Ukraine. 135 kilos.
Into the 52s now. The next two lifts will decide the title in the 52s. This is Tatiana Shavinska, Ukraine, for 135 to move past Kikuchi, with Kikuchi still to respond.
And Kikuchi's a little bit heavier there, I think, is she?
Kikuchi is, 400 grams. Nice touch, great
Yeah,
lift
that
from
was really nice.
Shavinska.
Well, she's done what she can do.
Now I expect to see Kikuchi drop. Yep, the attempt
Yeah.
change is coming in. She had 140 listed. She's going to come down to 137.5. There it goes.
She's heavier than Shalinska, so she needs 62.5 kilos.
Can she bag herself another world title,
To win over,
or will it go to Shavinska?
to be a world champion today.
Well, she's been looking good. 137.5. A
Sumino.
little bit more than her best lift.
Miyabe, Kikuchi, Japan. Apare.
But her lifts have looked very clean and competent.
Yeah, both lifts have looked exactly the same.
This is an Asian record. It's gone, but did it
Yeah,
bobble
I
in
don't
the
want to
middle?
call that one. I'd hate to be the referee.
Oh,
We've got
2
a
to
blue
1.
from that centre referee.
Now let's look at that from the front and wait for the jury watching as well.
Congratulations. And 2 attempts time to change the opener for a second. 2 attempts time to change the
I'm not
opener.
sure. Jury are discussing it.
Kayla Casey.
But we will move on to Kayla Casey in the meantime. Right now the title goes to Kikuchi.
I think the jury might overrule. No, they might not. Might be okay.
I think the button's not working. I've seen him tapping something there. I'll keep my eye on the score sheet, but meanwhile we have Kayla. Yep, there it went. Shavinska takes the win. Kikuchi takes the silver. I agree, to be honest, there was a distinct
There's
dip.
just a
Yeah.
slight bobble there, but it was there.
Here's Kayla. Oh, that just went offline.
I'm sorry to say
So that was an attempt on the bronze,
attempt. Kikuchi was
but
overruled
that's
by
no go, so Casey finishes
downward
5th.
movement.
That was a big attempt though too.
It was, yeah, it was.
Yeah, once that lateral movement kicks in,
Hanna Putulin, bar is
it's
loaded.
it's nearly impossible to pull it back.
147.5 for Putulin.
So we have 4 lifts remaining in the 57 kilo class, and honestly, anyone could take it. They're all great lifters. Hannah Bertolim is out next for 147.5 to just slide past Steele. It's a little bit more than she's done before. But the clock is ticking and we can't see her.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there.
Here
Here
she
she
comes.
comes.
Yeah. Especially in equipped, you really need all the time you can for your setup.
Yeah, it's not easy to set up on in a bench shirt.
Quite a lot of the time, it's difficult to get your hands to the rings.
Yeah, trying to get your shoulders under it. Your mobility is really restricted.
And you're more reliant on the handout than in Classic. Well, here we go, an attempt to get into the lead. She might have it. Oh, her left arm just
not sure at the
unlocked.
finish there. Yeah.
Yeah. So the blue card can be for soft lockout as well as downward movement. And if you watch your left arm, just as it locks out,
And this is now gold medal attempt. And bodies
yep, there
loading.
it goes, softens
Yeah.
again. It's a tiny error, but you have to be technically perfect at this standard. And Blanka Bartenkova is the next lifter to try and get past Steele, 150 on the bar. She's looking, yeah,
Yeah, she's
Not
just
quite in
not
control
able to
there.
really lock that
she
start
needs to-
position very
she's got
well.
time. Now, I'm not sure whether that was the centre F that called for re-rack because it was unstable, but that doesn't look locked to me either.
Yeah, just not able to lock that arm.
I think she was, again, she was a bit asymmetric. If we see the front view of
Yeah.
that.
On third place, but now we have Akane Isibasi from Japan.
Oh, it doesn't look too bad from that angle.
And this is a gold medal
And of
attempt
course,
for
this is one of the
Stephen
things, if your shirt goes on and it's a little bit twisted on one side.
Yeah, can really do that, yeah.
Akane Ishibashi, Japan, sitting in fourth. This lift will get her into the lead with Ellie Steele still to go.
Akane Akane.
It's a tough field when Ishibashi sitting back in fourth, isn't it?
It really is. I was just taking a look. Ellie doesn't usually do bench only. The last bench world she did was 2017, Lithuania.
Come on, girl.
That was my first one.
More than 2 times, almost 3 times her body weight. That's impressive.
The clock is ticking down now. She really needs to get under that bar. Oh.
Just got away from her there.
Thank you.
And there it goes. One lift was the difference between being off the podium completely and winning. So we have our placings. Ellie Steele has already won ahead of Bertolim and Bartenkova. Really unlucky for Ishibashi there.
The bar is loading. Ellie Steele, Great Britain.
Ellie Steele is going to come out for 155.
Let's go one more time.
She skips out. She runs out to the platform like she's been fired from a cannon. Already world champion. We have an under 57 kilo lifter taking 155 kilos
huge, isn't
for
it?
a bench press.
Yeah, what? Well, she might be breaking the world record in the next couple of years.
Oh,
she
she
gets it there, but
pressed
I
it,
think it
But
bobbled.
there was a dip. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not going to be too upset.
No, it wouldn't be. She pressed it well, though. Ever so slight,
Okay,
and it was
stop.
just the transition, I think.
In a while,
There
Yeah.
it is. Definitely there.
with live streaming, so this is your gap here.
So Fukuda is your new 47 kilo world champion with Matrunchik taking the silver and Simonians the bronze. In the 52s it's Shavinska in first place ahead of Kikuchi and Sandvik. And Ellie Steele is your 57 kilo world champion with Hannah Bertolin taking the silver. Bartenkova has the bronze medal. We move straight into the second flight.
Should be the 63s and 69s, is it?
You're absolutely spot on, Gary.
That was just a great guess, actually.
Now we will have
And the higher body weights will lift tomorrow. Running order is on the screen for you right now. And we begin with Gay Sophie, Great Britain, for 92.5. She has Craig Coggle in her corner.
Yeah, it's a big flight, this one too. 19 people in the flight. That's just an extra bit of management for the coaches. It's a good lift, 2 to 1.
Gary, I just need to correct that. I was a little bit thrown when I saw the name. It's Sophie Gay. They have her name reversed.
I had a feeling it might be Sophie Gay.
They have her name reversed. It just felt wrong when I said it. At any rate, we have Celine Spina, Belgium now, for 100 kilos.
So the bigger flight is a challenge for the coaches and the athletes. You're in that shirt for longer. And depending on temperatures and sweat,
Oh, it's
that shirt's going
exhausting
to act
just
differently as
standing
well
there,
for your
yeah.
second lift. It's going to act differently for your third lift.
Up. Sorry, no lead.
Unfortunately not.
2 yellows and a blue.
105 kilo for Natalia Wojtowicz.
Yep,
Double
definite
Yeah.
butt lift there. Natalia Wojtowicz, Poland, 105.
Natalia Wojtowicz, Poland.
What are the world records here? Open 63s, 185. 69s, 182.5. I'm assuming it's a junior that holds the open record. It's at 182.5 as well.
Let's take a look at who has those. Yeah, of course it's a junior. It's like it's a
Oh.
shit coach.
As soon as I
Why
said,
do we keep
as soon as
asking
I
this?
said
Yeah.
junior, I should have known.
And it's a good
Can't believe I just asked that question.
Now Basti from Great Britain, under 7.5. We have 2 attempts with the same iron now. And the bars loaded. Romina Basti.
Next lifter out is Romy Basting, Great Britain, for 107.5. She did 115 out in Texas last year. Hugo Duarte, coaching. I know,
Yes.
is he lifting tomorrow?
No, he's just coaching as far as I
Is
know.
he? Okay. Tends to do full power equipped. Oh, that's lovely from Romy.
That was fantastic.
And it's a good lift. Same weight for Turner from Canada. And the bar is loaded. Matt Turner, Canada. Here she comes.
Here's Meg Turner's second appearance at World Bench. Did 107.5 last year. She's opening with it this year.
Oh,
That
just
looked
got
like
away.
it was going.
And it was going well. And that is the direction that shirt wants to go, because it's the easiest pathway for the shirt to take.
The same iron. Or contour or kick.
And you get your speed by riding against that.
Or contour, welcome.
But it can go wrong so easily.
Orkuntula Chiripat, Mongolia now for 125. She's in the 63s.
Here she comes.
Did 117.5 in Texas last year, opening with 125 here.
Solid progression. And of course, shirt progression, very different than classic progression.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a little bit bouncy on the chest, but what she's been called on is elbow depth.
From the side referee, probably a hard place to view it from too.
Bar is loaded, Patricia Peak from Poland. Patricia.
Next out, we have Patricia Pitch, Poland, for 125.
Cadius there in her corner. Great experienced coach. Looks okay. A little slow, but 3 white lights.
3 white lights. 127.5 for Karjalainen. Bar is loaded.
Maria Kajalainen, Finland, 127.5 in the 63s.
Maria. Aseto sinne. Painetta.
It's a difficult touch, but she gets it. Oh, she used the speed well to start with, but unfortunately, she just couldn't follow it through.
Namiko Sakata comes next with 130 kilos. Bar is loaded. Sakata from Japan.
Namiko Sakata, Japan, 130.
Kampane.
It's a good opener in the 69s.
Yeah, we've got some huge lifts coming.
Wasn't as clean as I expected. And I see the blue there from the side referee.
132.5
I think from the front view everything will look pretty fine.
Tigerberg from Sweden. Amen,
Looks like it moves laterally more than anything.
lifting at 63 class.
New lifter to World Bench. I suspect that's Emma Tigerberg, but I'd love it to be Tigerberg, Tiger Mountain.
I think we'll go with Tigerberg.
132.5.
Come in.
Oh, that was slow, wasn't it? I can't believe she's still pushing.
You really need the speed off the chest to drive that home.
And you know, it's really quite interesting. I mean, we see a lot of, particularly the lighter weight classes, both men and women, with really wide grips, and that's reducing the range of motion.
Bar is loaded.
The downside to that is you're putting your arms and your chest in the weakest pushing position for the top half of the lift. So it's a bit of a trade-off.
Veronica Bordieu now. Now, she's still a junior, I think. I saw her in Malta last
She
year
is.
at World Juniors.
Still got another year in the juniors.
She was the bronze medalist in Malta. Oh, of course, she was out in Iceland as well, wasn't she?
Yeah, She's won European Juniors, I think, maybe.
She was second in the Open a few weeks ago. 135 on the bar. So she's getting around. Oh, I think she's got that.
Yeah, I think she has. It was a tough opener.
No.
2 red lights,
Now,
though.
blue cards. So let's check that out.
145 kilos. 63 kilo lifter.
I think she got to lock out in the end, but her left arm did lock and unlock. Linnea Forsland, Sweden. Jury has overruled that to a good lift. Yeah, I think that's a good call. Sometimes the jury gives rather than taking away. This is 145 for Linnea Forsland. Oh, she's not going to manage to lock that out, I don't think.
She's using a lot up too. It's a lot of fuel.
When you get to that part of the lift, it's all you. The shirt is not helping.
We have now 2 attempts with this iron.
Look at that. She virtually had the left arm locked and the right arm just would not join the party.
And it's so frustrating.
We have the defending world champion in the 63 kilo class next, Elisa Rosenberg. And it was such a tight battle last year. The top 5 or 6 were only separated by 5 kilos.
Nothing in it. I think we're getting a pretty tight one at the top here as well.
I think you're right, Gary. No, it went up in stages, but I don't think it went down.
As long as it goes straight up. There we go, 3 whites. Yeah, an equipped lift can look like that.
Mine often do.
I don't get enough successful ones to people to say it looks like that.
Ingrid Hansen now, Norway.
I've decided I've only got so many good lifts in me, so I try to limit.
You're saving them up.
Yeah, I try to limit good lifts to 1 per competition.
147 and a half.
They're huge lifts, aren't they? I'm talking a 69 kilo weight class, under 70 kilos.
Took the bronze last year. Ooh.
That was tough. It's a good lift, but it was a tough one. Probably wouldn't be surprised to see the next one easier though. A bit more weight, a few adjustments to the shirt. Pull it down a little.
Back up to the 63s now. And this is Hilda Håge Mikkelsen, Norway. For 150. This is a massive weight.
It is huge.
Yeah, she's taken a look. She took a bit of an absence. She last time we saw lift was in the full power in Stavanger, but she came back and did the European bench last year, won with 150. You know, as an athlete, you don't always get a linear career. Sometimes things happen, life happens, sometimes injury happens. Ooh.
Now, I'd like to see from the front just to see what went wrong with that. Because I think she was trying to manage some lateral movement. Yeah, there's a bit of a lateral shift there. And just did it again.
Wiggles.
I take my hat off to her for holding on to that.
Next lifter out is Marta Schelter. I remember she was in Iceland. She got the silver medal in Iceland, I think.
Yeah, she did really well in Iceland.
Which got her ticket to the World Games.
It's a very exciting competition, that one.
Hasn't done bench only before at this level. She did 152.5 in Iceland, opening very close to that, 150.
Oh, that was a hard one.
I expected
I
that to
think
go
that's okay.
west because
Yeah, so
the way
did I.
she twitched under the bar, I thought there's no way she's in the right
I
position.
thought that was
there.
going to go all over the place. You can watch as she comes down. I think she just relaxes for a second. Just lost that pull for a moment. The shirt took control, but she grabbed it back
Amazing
just in time.
resilience to control that. And we are into the 69s, and this is Mayumi Kitamura.
A legend of the sport.
Yeah, she's been around for 20 years.
Yeah, 58 years of age, and here she is.
Wow, I didn't realise she was so close to the M3s.
Yeah.
And she's opening second heaviest. That's just incredible. She benched 150 in Iceland. Haven't seen her at World Bench since Tokyo 2019.
That's right. I don't think she's done many competitions between 2019 and Iceland. I'm not sure.
No, she was in Druskininkai 23, but she did take a
Yeah.
decent gap.
She's an incredible athlete. Look at that.
Very nice indeed.
Oh, we got blue cards
Now, I
though.
didn't see the bar dip. I wonder if it was lockout. Front view should tell the tale.
Tomoko Agawa, Japan, 157.5.
Lockout on the left arm.
Yeah.
Watching this attempt again.
That's a shame. She just
Yeah, it
needs to
was
make that really
so
positive
marginal
movement. Yeah.
too, you know.
And bar is loaded for Agawa.
But she's a
from
pro. She'll
Japan.
come back and nail that next time, I'm sure. Tomoko Akagawa, Japan. Silver medalist in the 57s last year. She's gone up to the 63s.
Yeah,
157.5 on the bar.
bit of extra weight, push a bit more.
That's unusual. Well, she's actually wrapped one knee. Not a knee sleeve, but a knee wrap.
I've seen that once before.
Yeah, I have seen it before, but it's not common. Of course, this is an equipped competition. You can put a knee wrap on if you want. I think we'll leave that in the hands of the referees.
Yeah, I'm not even going to comment on that one.
Only 2 blue flags.
It's always tough because they have a different angle.
Opening. With world record attempt.
Yeah, there was a dip. That's quite right. Now, here we go. We have Matilda Vilmar. She is opening on a world record in the 69 kilo class. Wasn't that Agata Shitko's world record?
I think it was.
It was.
Yeah.
It is.
Bar is loaded. Well.
Oh, wait, I'm on classic. Excuse me. Let me check that out again. In the 69s, no, it's Sonia Stephanie Krugers. Yeah, I was mistaken when I
Well,
was.
that would have been there for a while then.
Yeah, I was looking at the classic records. That was Stavanger 21.
Well, you'll often hear us saying classic never open on a world record. In equipped, it's not something I would highly recommend, but depending on how your training is going and your shirt fitment, it could be the only option for an opener.
Yeah. If you're planning to step into, say, 200 from here, then you're
That's
going to
right.
have to open. You couldn't take a lighter one. You wouldn't get it to the chest.
Oh,
my
she's just
word.
so perfect.
Superb.
Three
Three white
whites.
lights. And Matilda Vilmar takes a 4-year-old record from Sonia Stephanie
She
Kruger.
is just incredible.
She really is. She was silver medalist in Iceland, so she is going to, in fact, she's going to the World Games as a honeymoon, isn't she?
That's right, yes.
So that's where we are at the end of quite an eventful first round. Only 3 lifters in the 63s have one on the board. Rosenberg ahead of Ochibat and Basting. And in the 69s, Vilmar with 183 ahead of Marty Shelter and Ingvild Hansen.
Bench press. Setting
So about half our lifters don't have one on yet. Not uncommon in equipped bench.
Completely normal.
This is Celine Spina, Belgium, repeating the 100 she missed last time.
Is that Rachel Steedman
It was, yeah.
helping her?
It was, yeah.
Well, it's great to see. Great to see so many teams get behind each other.
What do you think, Gary? Yes, she got
Right.
it.
Well done. Off the hook in competition. Gay from Great Britain. But it's loaded for Sophie. Let's go.
It's Sophie Gay, Great Britain, for 100 kilos. We'll make sure we get her name put the right way round when the results go in.
Contrary to the screen, it's not Gay Sophie.
Big personal best for Sophie with this one.
Open with 92.5.
kilos. Come on, girl.
Taking 100 now.
That looked better than her opener.
Really nice.
That was fast. It's such a great feeling when you get that shirt set perfectly for the
Oh,
weight.
nothing better. You spend time in training and everything's hard and it hurts and it's difficult and you can't do it. And then you get that one
Yep.
sweet rep
It's
and it
just
makes
a
it
magic
all
feeling.
worthwhile. Meg Turner, Canada. She's added 2.5 kilos to the weight she missed on her opener. Now, that wouldn't make much sense in Classic, but in Equipped, just helps you get the bar down a little bit easier.
Yeah, it's not just a case of picking weights. It's matching weight with shirt. I feel like she forgot to take a breath early on there, and she was trying to catch her breath part way down.
I think that was one of those lifts that she just couldn't seem to
Yeah.
get down to the touch.
Wojtowicz from Poland. Nice, loaded.
Natalia Wojtowicz, Poland, 112.5.
7.5 kilos sunk the opener.
Oh, just not going to go.
Thank you, spotters.
Just didn't want to play the game. The shirt wins round 2.
Lifting for Basti from Great Britain. On third place at time being at 63 kilo class.
Romina Basting is out next. She's sitting in third place right now. There are still 5 lifters in this class yet to get a lift on the board. Romi's going for 115. I think this matches her current best.
Oh, you don't always have to have the biggest nomination equipped benching. You've just got to be the one that gets them on the board.
We saw that in one of the Masters
Yep.
classes yesterday. One of the lifters came out open first, but out of 5 lifters, I think there were only in total 2 successful lifts.
That's equipped lifting.
And the lifter with the lightest opener won the title. Can she lock it? Was that left arm
I
locked?
don't know. I think she got it there, but she has. She's got 2 whites.
But we'll check the front view. You get the best view from the front camera for a lockout. A little bit of lateral shift, didn't dip. Right arm locks. I'm not certain about that left one. Yep, it's been overruled.
Yeah, that's a no lift, unfortunately.
Tiny bit more speed off the chest and she'll
Yep.
get that next time, I'm sure.
Bar is loaded. Jury overruled.
Maria Karjalainen, Finland, Missed 127.5, gone up to 130. Now, whether that extra weight will make much of a difference.
Well, yeah, I
But
think
it settles the athlete. You think, I've got a bit more weight,
Yeah.
it'll come down to the chest easier.
she's
and
probably not even going to
psychologically,
feel that 2.5 kilos,
it really helps, yeah. The UK Arnold, I missed my opener and missed my second. And each time I missed, I just added 2.5
just add
kilos
some more.
until it went, yeah.
Can she lock? She has.
Yeah,
Three
white
whites.
lights. And whether or not it actually made any difference to the lift, psychologically, it really helps you to think,
Yeah,
well, I've
there's
done something different.
There's a whole different thing with equipped lifting. There's so much goes into it.
Let's go, Emma. Bar is loaded.
Emma Tigerberg, now Sweden, repeating the 132.5 she missed last time.
Come in.
Slow off the
Still
chest.
struggling a bit there.
She's got it all the way
She's
to
got
lock
it
out.
there. What do the referees say? 3 whites. It's on the board.
Now Peak from Poland. Bar is loaded for Patricia Peak. 132.5. 7.5 kilo jump to the opener.
Patricia Peace now, Poland. She got 125 for her opener. This is 132.5.
No, I think she's got it there.
Fighting over there by
2 to 1. It's a good lift.
Now we have pictures from Mongolia or Kondur. We've got 140 kilos, 15 kilo big jump of the opener and bar is loaded.
Good lift.
Next lifter out is Orkuntul Orchibat, Mongolia, for 140. She's gone up 15 kilos.
Come on. Orksa. Let's go.
This will move her from 4th to 2nd. Ahead of Tigerberg. See her shirt folding up on her chest as she goes. I don't think that helps her really.
Yeah, it's such a hard thing when that happens. You lose so much from the shirt.
I think some lifters train to it. We see some very good
Yeah.
lifters, but you can see it rising and folding on her chest as she goes. And I don't think she ended up with the chest plate where she needed it to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, I have seen some athletes that are able to set their shirt so well without a belt that it doesn't
Yeah.
even move. I'm not one of
Also-
those athletes.
But also there's some that expect it to move
Yeah.
and set the shirt with the expectation that it will rise. Here's Veronica Bourdieu. Really promising young athlete. 142.5 on the bar. With equipped in particular, you don't get the same, well, not as often you get the juniors streaking through because you need the years of experience in the equipment.
Yeah, you can't just put on a shirt and add 50, 60 kilos to your bench.
That's not
just got
going, though.
away. Good work for the spotters and great to see she had the safety set at the right height.
Good luck with opener now. second time 145 kilos. Let's make
Yeah,
this
it
board
just gets the line
green
wrong.
again.
So easily done.
Bar is loaded. Linnea Forslund.
Linnea
Stina.
Forslund, Sweden,
Come in.
repeating 145. I love she got the team colours in her pigtails.
Yeah, she'll get it right on this one. They would have made a few tiny little adjustments.
Come in, Linnea.
Communication with your coach is really, really important and equipped so they can make those adjustments to the shirt. You've got to be able to describe to them what worked, what didn't work. Good touch.
Oh, unfortunately.
Maybe a little bit too easy on the touch.
I agree, it seemed to come down very well.
Yeah.
Now we have
Given that came down so easily, she didn't really have to struggle to pull down.
Well, if you look at her shirt sleeves, it's not particularly tight.
So there's a
See,
couple of
oh, it's
things you can
bunched
do
up,
in this
yeah.
one. You can pull that collar down probably just a centimetre to make the touch a little bit harder. But because her sleeves aren't a super tight fit, you can give them a bit of a twist as well.
It did look as if they weren't tight, but it might have just been bunched material. Here's Hilda Hågen Mikkelsen, Norway, for her second swing at 150. Another lifter with team colours in their hair. Must be a new trend.
I was going to put team colours in my hair this week as well, until I realised I had no hair.
Let's see what the referees say.
Oh,
They
she
say
gets it.
3 white lights. She's on the board and she's in the lead.
Sakata from Japan, 150 kilo, 20 kilo jump from the opener for Sakata.
It's one of the great things about equipped lifting. It often just comes down to one lift.
Welcome.
And you can go from absolutely nothing on the
Yep.
board to a world title and a world record. Here's Namiko Sakata, Japan, taking a 20 kilo jump to 150. That's a lot of adjustment into the shirt, or possibly a different shirt.
Yeah, it's a fairly big jump.
Come on, Namiko. Campare.
Boy, it came off the chest well, didn't it?
Went for a bit of a wiggle though, and unfortunately
Blue and yellow flags.
that's no lift.
The way that came off the chest, my feeling is it's a different shirt.
And now Boris loading. Rosenberg, Norway.
Yeah, there was a couple of dips just before lockout,
I'm wondering
unfortunately.
if on the third lift I'll get that right.
This will take her
Elisa
leading
Rosenborg,
position at
Rosenborg,
60
I'm sorry, Norway, for 152.5 to retake the lead from her teammate Hågen Mikkelsen. Oh, very nice.
Yeah, handled that well.
Gets back into top spot.
Well done. She takes the lead now. Second, he got third. Now Boris loading. Mayumi Kitamura, Japan, 150.5 kilos.
Next lifter out is Mayumi Kitamura, Japan, for 152.5. She missed this last time, but she is a seasoned pro. That won't throw her at all. And if she gets this, it takes her all the way up to second place.
Come on, Mayumi. Let's go. Campare.
She's been asked to replace the bar, I think. Really short a time now. That was a shame. The handout was a little bit rushed, so she was on the wonk. She'll get another try at that. We still have 4 lifters yet to log a successful lift. Coach is talking to the jury. And jury are on the feet, actually, so I wonder if she'll get another attempt. We'll keep our eye on that, but for the in the meantime, it's Ingvild Hansen, Norway, for 152.5. 5 kilos up from her opener. I don't think she will get another. No, excuse me, the scoreboard has changed. I think we'll get another one at the end of this round. Meanwhile, Ingvild Hansen, Norway. Oh, that's a difficult touch. And yeah, just as the bar was coming down, she allowed the shirt to flatten her a little bit. It's the temptation, the shirt is trying to flatten you right out, and there it goes. And you have to really fight to keep your chest up and keep in position. Marta Shelter is next out for 155. She is sitting in second place right now. .150 looked great. Let's see what she can do with 155. It's slow, but it's going.
Yeah, it's continued straight up. I didn't seem to dip. 3 whites.
It was a personal best with 2.5 kilos. Now bar is loaded. Tomoko Akawa.
We have Tomoko Akagawa.
Bar is loaded.
Now, a last lifter out in the 63s.
That's right, she missed this on the first.
Taking the same weight again.
Come on, Tomoko. Let's go now. You got to take this one. Come on, girl.
No, has she
I
locked
think it
that
was
out?
on lockout last time, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
but this time she got 2
to
whites
1.
and a yellow card from the side. So let's check out that side view.
Another world open record.
Oh, butt lift.
Oh, yeah, it has come off.
Yeah.
First was 183.5, 190.
So yeah,
jury
the
has
jury has
overruled.
quite rightly overruled that. The butt must stay in contact with the bench. And now here we go with the Matilda Vilmar show. Broke the world record
She's not
with her
just-
opening attempt.
But she's not just breaking it again, she's
Yeah.
decimating it.
Adding 7 kilos for this one, 190 on the bar.
World record attempt.
I'm going to set a world record that's going to stand the test of time.
Kilos on bar.
That's massive. Well, and it's a great opportunity to do this too. She opened at 183. No one's going to catch her. I could have a go at doing what I want to do.
Now the best lift I have for her before this is 180, and here's 190.
This is going to put her way up
He
on points.
just wasn't stable. He needs to just make sure she's under the bar before he lets go of it. Nope.
No, he needs to lift the bar out further, I think.
Yeah.
It's a difficult thing to hold that sort of weight.
It is,
If it's
and if it's
not
not
directly
absolutely
over you.
perfect, and really he needs to be holding on to it until she signals she's got it.
And I've had it happen to me quite a few times. You just can't hold it. If it's a classic lift, I'm in a position where I can drag it out, but in a shirt, I just
Well,
can't.
in a classic lift, my coach always said to me, you're in control of that. You put that
Yeah.
bar where you want. But you're so compromised with your elbows tucked in
Yeah.
a bench shirt that you don't have that same control. You're really reliant. Now, Mayumi Kitamura, she never quite got to take her lift last time. And there was some confusion, but she's been awarded on the second lift again by the jury. She didn't get the start command. The referee still had her hand in the air, and then it was a very rushed getting under the bar again, and she never managed to take the lift.
Well, and they've got it right then, a second lift at it.
Yep. Two referees still with their hands in the air, but they need to communicate to the athlete what the problem is.
Can't fix it if you don't know what it is.
And it's wiggling, and I don't think she can lock
It's
it.
so hard after holding it for that long.
Heartbreaking.
Still got another one to go.
But then she's taking that huge weight out of the rack for the fourth time. Oh, I think Matilda Vilmar's getting
She's getting a
retake.
relift as well. So she's got 3 minutes
I
on the
think
clock.
because that handout wasn't what she needed. So,
Yeah,
but
and
she's only just been, so we're going to have some compensatory time.
Now what's really good here, you can see the championship secretary, Fjortha, has come out and having a talk to the guys about where we can put this bar, helping them out a little bit.
But I think he was also explaining that you don't load the bar till the 3 minutes are gone, but the 3 minutes
Yep.
should be running by now. And we haven't got the clock started.
Well, I don't think Vilma's going to be complaining about that.
Oh no, they are reloading the bar. So the rules are different. If you follow yourself, what they do is they load the bar and then put 4 minutes compensatory time on, and you can come out at any time. But
Well, we've got the 3 minutes because there's another lifter after
but
her,
I thought in
before
this
her.
situation they gave you the 3 minutes and then loaded the bar, which isn't what's happening. So maybe I have my rules wrong because they were instructed by the jury, so they must know what they're talking about.
It's a good result for Vilma, though. I mean, she gets that. I mean, she would have been extremely frustrated with that.
Yeah, of course, because you could see at no point was she in
Yeah.
control of the bar when she received it from the handoff. But, you know, it's a very, very difficult thing to do. These guys are handing
Yeah,
out
look,
to...
it's no one's fault at all. I mean, we've only seen this happen, a couple of times. They're doing great handouts
Yeah.
for everyone all day.
Something like 1,500 athletes at this competition, and they're handing out to tiny
look,
ladies,
and if
massive men.
if you set yourself a little bit down the bench a little bit too, which a lot of people
Yeah.
do in a shirt
because you
can't
don't want
get
to
under
hit
it.
those J-hooks.
That's right. You know, you've got to hand it out a little bit further, and the last three lifters are sitting up right under, so you're just handing it out. It's a
Yeah.
really tough job. I would hate to have the job of
Yeah.
handing out.
Because everyone wants something
Yep.
slightly different and expect you to provide it. So this is a great opportunity to thank our sponsors. Eleiko, who've made all the platform equipment you see in front of you. That competition bar is the bar of bars.
Oh, it really is. There's
And-
nothing better on the planet.
And the combo rack and all the weights provided to us by our sponsor. And also SBD. Oh, she's out. Matilda Vilmar is
She
out.
is not mucking around here.
And also SBD, who are apparel manufacturers relied upon by strength athletes around the world, and Visit Malta, our destination sponsor. So here's Matilda Vilmar for another attempt at 190. And hopefully she gets what she needs this time. I'll have to brush up on my rule set for the procedure
Yeah, it's
when
a
you
di-
follow
it's a
yourself
difficult
and
one,
when
that
you
one.
have another lifter in between. She's got that bar now, though.
does it with
And
ease.
she's got the lift. Wow.
Handled like a true professional. Well done.
Such great composure to have a difficult time on
Yep.
the bench and then come off, and then with only 2.5, 3 minutes later, she's back under the bar. Absolutely superb from Matilda. So in the 63 kilo class, Elise Rosenberg has a 152.5. Hilda Hogan Mikkelsen only 2.5 kilos behind, and third place Emma Tegerberg. In the 69s, Matilda Vilmar is streaking ahead with 190. Marta Shelter and Ingrid Hansen making up the next two.
And big round of applause for the spotting crew too. It's not easy for them to deal with that.
No, not at all. Because no one wants to compromise a lifter's performance. Final round of this flight, final round of the session, and final round of the day. It's Celine Spina for 105. Now her left is really tucked under.
Yeah, she's a bit off centre as well there. Yeah, she was a bit all over the shop on that.
I think the sleeve is much further on the left
Yeah,
side
you can see
than
it's
the right.
twisted a little bit differently.
Now we have a lifter in difficulties. It's Meg Turner. She's had a go at 107.5. She's had a go at 110. It hasn't worked so far. Going to try 110 again.
There are days with equipped lifting where things work, and there are days when nothing works. Let's hope this is a day where some things work. Ah, they've just set that too tight now, I think.
Yep. And we've all felt that when you've got
Yeah.
a brand new shirt, a tighter shirt, and you just cannot get the
Yep.
bar down.
Personal best attempt for Sophie, 10 kilos.
Sophie Gay, Team GB, added 10 kilos to try and move up a place. A little bit bouncy. Let's see what the
She got it
referees
to the
make of
top
it.
though. Yeah, I thought that might be the case.
Came down to red spot. Starting up in red. Romina Weston, Red Britain. 117.5.
Moral victory, but not a technical one.
That is loaded.
Now here's Romy Basting. I think on 115, she was just a fraction away from lockout
Yeah.
on the left-hand side. She's gone up to 117.5.
Hugo there becoming a common figure
Yeah, we see
in
him.
the coaching team and lifting.
We see him at World Equipped every year.
Come on. Up. Drive it.
Oh, come on, there's the lock.
Just,
Did she keep it there though?
I'm not sure.
She
She
does.
did, fantastic. Just a little bit more positive with that press out.
We have an attempt chase.
Look at that, it looked like it stalled out and she just kept it going. Natalia Wojtowicz, Poland, missed 112.5, gone up to 120.
It's exactly what I'd do. Held a leather. Just go for it.
Absolutely. Come off the platform and you say
Pull
to
the
your
shirt
coach,
down.
you jack that down as
Throw
far
it
as you
on
can.
there.
Put it on the bar. So of course this might be a national record or some other personal goal.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, athletes aren't all here thinking they're going to win. They've got a lot of other goals as well. Yeah, she's
Got
going to
the
get some
touch.
spring on that.
Oh, not in the right
the
direction.
wrong direction,
though.
though. Yeah, that's what happens sometimes when it gets like that.
And of course, powerlifting isn't a sport like, you know, if a very poor football team goes up against a very good football team, maybe they'll have a brilliant day and the good football team will have a terrible day and they'll win. You know, in powerlifting, you're not going to miraculously add 70 kilos to your bench
No, that's
on the
right.
day. You know roughly where you're gonna be.
Yeah, there's
of course, you
there's
try
a
and
cut-off
push.
point.
Bronze medal 10. Let's go, Maria.
So we're in the 63s, and this is Maria Karjalainen, Finland, looking to add just 2.5 kilos to get a toe onto the podium, with quite a few lifters still to go in this class.
Oh, good speed there. Oh, she just couldn't hold it at the
missed
top,
at
though.
lockout.
Sorry, it was already there, but
So she's still in 4th place for now.
then Emma Tigerberg from Sweden. 137.5 on 3rd place at 63 class. Of course, there was 2 athletes which don't have yet the result. And Paris
Emma Tigerberg, Sweden. She is in bronze medal position right now with 137.5.
Come in, Emma. Come in.
Oh, that was
was
slow.
slow.
She got no drive out of the chest at all.
You know, one of the things I teach the athletes that I've coached and equipped is you've got to chase it. You can't just let the shirt do the work. You've got to make it do the work. And you've got to explode off that chest like it's a classic lift and use that speed that you develop from that.
Come on.
Here's Orkuntul Ochibat, Mongolia, retaking the 140 she missed last time. She's sitting in 5th place right now, but this will get her up to 3rd.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. You can do it. Come on, come on, fight it up.
Now she's fighting, but there's a lot of movement going
Yeah.
on through the hips, and that won't quite go, unfortunately. Leaves her in 5th for the moment. 2 lifters in this class still have yet to register a successful lift.
She needs to take this one to get a result and bronze medal. Paris loading. Forslund. Come in.
Here's Linnea Forslund, Sweden. 3rd swing at 145.
This is one of the most difficult lifts mentally when you're behind the 8 ball like this. You're going over in your head everything you've tried to do. Why isn't it working?
I don't know, Gary, I've been
What
in
can
this
I
position,
change?
and my husband was in the audience, and he was having a worse time than I was, to be fair. Ah, it's not quite
Just
going.
not gonna, not today.
Sorry, no lifts, yellow flags.
And that is one of those disappointing days of powerlifting.
Nico from Japan, 150 kilos. Second time. Bronze
I do
medal
think it's
10.
more stressful watching your partner lift than lifting,
Yeah,
even if you are having a bad
I
day.
think I remember my coaching days. They were much more stressful than my competition days.
Namiko Sakata, Japan. We're in the 69 kilo class now, and this 150, if she can get it on the board, it will move her up to 3rd place. Now she did hit the rack, but I think
It didn't seem to affect her lift,
Yeah.
and it wasn't providing any support.
sometimes when you clip the rack, it'll swing the bar out and you lose control.
Bar is loaded.
Oh, I'm worried about butt lift. She's off the bench.
Yeah, I don't think she was ever on it, was she?
Veronica Bordier, Ukraine. Missed 142.5, gone all the way up to 150. This will get her past Hansen. Oh wow!
Get
How
that
did she
going.
get that
Don't think she's gonna
moving?
lock,
But it's not going to lock out.
But that was very good attempt.
Leaves her with 135. She's in 5th place right now, but we still have quite a few lifts to go.
Kitamura, Japan. 152.5. This would be a bronze medal attempt for Kitamura. Very much bad luck in this competition. I hope now this one is successful.
Here's Mayumi Kitamura,
Bar is
a
loaded.
wealth of experience. She is coming out for her 4th attempt at this rate.
Yeah, and it's been issues with setup and all sorts. I'm interested that they're still on 152.5. I thought they might have made a few little weight and shirt adjustments with it having not worked thus far. But the Japanese team knows exactly what they're doing.
Oh, Mayumi.
Everyone has their different way of managing these things. She's had the start command, hasn't she?
No, I heard something,
Oh,
but I can
okay.
see the centre referee still with her arm in the air. I think it's a lockout. I think
Yeah, I think it is a
they're
lockout
calling on
issue.
Lockout. So unfortunately, she will not place in the competition.
Yeah, it's a
Now
real
the
shame.
jury are just asking the centre referee to come over and explain. So we'll wait
Well,
to
centre
see
referee's
what happens.
quite a good referee.
Yeah, she's a great referee. Just having a discussion amongst the jury to explain what happened and what's going to happen next.
Well, I think it's also really good for the coaching athlete to know what's gone wrong, so they
Yeah.
can fix it for next time as well.
I think the problem is when the clock is ticking down quickly, then there isn't time for the ref to get out of a chair and go
Yep.
over and make a long explanation about what happened.
Meanwhile, she's still standing there in a shirt.
In her shirt, yes.
Not the most comfortable thing to be
Usually,
standing
you
around
do
in.
your final lift and you hardly while you're off the platform, you're saying to your coach, "Get this off me now."
So the jury's still discussing.
And that's Piotr van den Hoek, who's the championship secretary here today.
Oh, they've taken the camera off. Oh no, they put it back on just
They
in case
put
we
it
can
back
lip
on,
read.
yes. And Tetiana Melnik, who's general secretary of the EPF. And the athlete's still there in her shirt. She is
And wrist
not going to
wraps.
be having a good time. Oh, she needs to get those wrists. I
Yeah,
think
so
she's
what-
loosened them off.
Oh, good,
Yeah.
good. I wouldn't be able to feel my fingers
No,
by now.
no, absolutely not. And let's not forget there were other athletes waiting to come out.
Yeah, so this is
they'll
this
be
is
in
affecting
their
them as
shirts,
well.
Yeah. This is quite a long discussion.
The longer you stay in a shirt, the more uncomfortable it
And I can
becomes.
see other coaches are coming in out now to see what's happening. It's unusual to stop the competition like this
Yeah,
for a long
for such a long
chat.
period of time, they'll be out the back there. I mean, the longer you stay in that shirt, the more it digs in and puts pressure in different places. It's uncomfortable, it's hot, it's sweaty.
And especially people like Matilda Vilmar, she's got her shirt adjusted now for a 200 kilo attempt. She is not going to be comfortable standing.
So they need
But I
to hurry
think
up and make a
there's-
decision. No matter which way the decision goes, they need to make it and move on with the
Okay, I
competition.
think we have consensus. And I saw the gesture that seems to say
It's about lockout.
another attempt.
We give her another lift. in the end
Okay.
of the round.
Yep. That little gesture from the jury tends
Yep.
to me another lift at the end of the round. Oh, or carry
it
on with the
can't-
competition maybe.
Yeah, well, it can't be at the end of the round because it's the
No,
third
you're right.
round.
You are right. So in the final round,
So it's either
you
now.
give 4 minutes compensatory time.
No, she's going to do a follow-up because it's the third attempt, because then the other ones don't know where to go. So,
Okay, she's getting another attempt by the sound of it.
what was the way of... You understand?
So we're going to get 4 minutes on the clock. Yep, there it goes. 4 minutes has gone onto
Well,
the
this
clock.
is going into a long period now. I mean, we've just had 4 minutes discussion.
Yeah.
So those
So-
people out the back are in their shirts for another extra 4 minutes.
It's difficult, isn't it? Because
It's
you
a
want to give
hard
every
one, yeah.
athlete the
Ev-
best possible opportunity.
It's a very difficult situation.
But we don't have full understanding of what the
No,
issue
that's
was.
right.
We only heard the very final part of the conversation.
Well, either way, we've got 4 minutes on the clock. Now she can come out any time during
Any
that 4
time
minutes,
during
so
that
she
4
doesn't have
minutes,
to use
yeah.
it. She doesn't have to use all the 4 minutes, which she probably won't.
But this will be her 5th approach to the platform.
That's a lot of effort and,
And
a lot of
Lifter
energy.
is 58 years old.
Yeah,
That is a tough ask to come out and
it certainly is.
get it on her 3rd attempt. But if we look at where she is, this is potentially a bronze medal.
Well, that's right. This makes the difference between going home with absolutely nothing
Yep.
and not even a number on the board, or going home with a bronze medal. So hopefully she can fix her setup and get that lockout position.
Now, we think it was lockout. We didn't hear what the centre ref said to the jury.
No, that's right.
And we didn't hear most of the conversation. So we're making the assumption that it was about soft lockout. Now, she just needs to really make a positive movement
Yeah.
with the arm. And if the centre ref just sees that positive pop with the elbow, then she'll probably get the command. I mean, at this stage, whether it's likely that she'll get the lift, but it's certainly worth
Yeah,
giving
absolutely.
her the opportunity to do so.
Well, that's right. You've provided the opportunity for that to happen. And of course, all of this possible for only one reason: the great sponsorship and support we have.
Absolutely.
Aleco, SPD, and our destination sponsor, Visit Malta. And Aleco and SPD, they're not just great sponsors and they're not just great equipment. They do a lot for the athletes in the background as well.
Oh, sure. They sponsor federations, competitions, individual athletes, and I think it's fair to say that we wouldn't be able to put on these events
that's right.
without their support. You can see all the Aleco equipment there in front of you. The spotters and loaders are in their SBD t-shirts.
And it's incredible equipment too. I mean, I love to get the opportunity to train on Aleco equipment. If you're out and you're looking at buying equipment and you can
Well,
get your
I
hands
did
on
exactly
Aleco.
that under lockdown. I had a home gym, and that competition bar there is, for me, the bar of bars. And if you're buying a home kit,
Yep.
you only buy it once. So I bought the Aleco competition bar.
Yeah, look, I think that is one thing, one of the greatest things about the Aleco bar is, you will only have to buy it once.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you're not going to destroy an Aleco bar for as long as you live.
Well, certainly not the weights that I lift.
I think you can load them all up. They're still not going to destroy it.
Absolutely.
It's an incredible piece of equipment.
Now, we'd expect to see the athlete come out for her attempt quite soon because she's had problems and had to replace the bar. So I would say now's the time
I'd be
to get
getting
under the
out there
bar.
in 2 minutes.
Here she comes. She's wrapped and ready to go, and she has the absolute support of the crowd. Everybody wants to see her get this lift on the board.
Yeah, nobody wants to see a lifter go home without a lift.
Because, you know, the audience is full of equipped lifters. We've
Yep.
all had difficult competitions. There's the master himself there, Kadama-san.
And none of the athletes out the back want to see anyone go home without a lift as well. So as uncomfortable as they are, they're probably highly supportive.
I think the only frustration comes when you don't know what's happening and you don't know how long you're going to have to wait. But as soon as the time went on the clock, everyone knew what was going on.
Right, so that right arm, well, that looks better.
She's not getting the command.
Got the rack.
My word. The side referee and the centre referee are not giving it. Yes, she's got the command.
Keep it going to lock.
Oh,
Not quite there.
but it was a huge ask. How many
Yeah.
times has she held that bar over her head?
She gave that absolutely everything,
Well,
though.
the officials did their best for her, but it isn't locked. Yeah. What a shame. But, you know, she is a seasoned pro. She will be back next year.
Yep.
She will absolutely nail that. Now, I would highly recommend filming her lifts from the front, making sure she just gives the positive pop with the
Yep.
elbows.
Be really clear with it in your training.
So here is Ingrid Hansen, no doubt very relieved to be able to come out to take a 152.5 for the second time. This will move her up to third.
Come in.
I thought she dropped that on herself. She's actually
It was
got it.
It was an odd sort of touch, but
I held my breath as the bar came down because it seemed like it just dropped out of control, but she fully in control of it. The church slipped a little bit as it came down.
Bar is loaded.
But yeah, great lift. She's up to third place now.
This is heavier, so this will take her on fourth place. Big jump to personal best, 20 kilos.
it's just flattened her out there. Unfortunately.
She started to laugh and it went down on her chest. Now Elisa Rosenborg, Norway.
And that's what the shirt wants to do. It wants to fold you in half. And in that case, it tried to fold her in half. You hit one.
Today's competition, 5 attempts to go. And Rosenborg from
This
Norway.
is Elisa Rosenborg, Norway. She is leading the pack in the 63s right now with 152.5. Here's 160. She's having to defend really hard against Hågen Mikkelsen. Always hard when teammates are head-to-head.
Yeah, it's a really tough situation to be in. It's tough for coaches, tough for athletes. You want to see your teammate win, but you want to win.
Personal, best of 10 for Elise with 2.5 kilos.
She is 2 for 2 right now. Can she make it 3 for 3? That's a difficult touch. She's down. And she's got it back to the top.
She has.
Good
3 white lights, and she extends her lead over Horgan Mikkelsen.
Rosenberg, 4 attempts. Tomonko, Agawa, Japan. Bar is loaded, 160 kilos.
Yeah, lots of lateral shift, lots of wiggle, did not go down.
This attempt. This is a gold medal attempt for
Now,
Tomoko
Tomoko Akagawa, she actually had 180 posted for a final attempt for a while. I'm glad to see she's come down to 160.
Yeah, we're happy to see that.
Missed 157 a couple of times. This will get her into first place because she's lighter in body weight than Rosenborg.
Oh, again, just
Unfortunately.
not getting the line right. Such a hard thing to do.
We're going to pop on over to the 69s before we return for the final lift in the 63s. Marta Shelter, Norway.
69 kilo class. This is her personal best.
160. She can't catch Matilda Vilmar. No one can.
No,
She's guaranteed the silver medal, but this would be a 5 kilo personal best. And of course, she's training for the World Games in August. It'd be great to get a bit of confidence with that higher weight.
Oh, looks good.
lovely. What a way to finish your competition.
3 whites. Absolutely spot on.
1 kilos. Congratulations. Silver medalist today. Now we have Hilde Hågen Mikkelsen, and this is gold medal attempt against Rosenborg. Bar is loaded.
So the final lift in the 63 kilo class, it's Hilda Hågen Mikkelsen. She's heavier than Rosenborg, so she has to do more to come past. This is 162 and a half.
Yeah, it's a tough lift, this one. It's more than she's lifted before. It's doable and achievable. It's going to take everything she's got, a lot of concentration.
A lot of support from the home nation.
Come in. Gold medal, Hilde. Come in.
Greta looking very invested.
Oh,
No,
just not quite there.
unfortunately, she'll have to settle for the silver medal.
12.5 kilos jump. Now we have
I
the
think
4
taking a silver medal at this level is quite an achievement.
Absolutely.
kilos for Matilda Vilmar, Sweden.
One lift remains. It can only be Matilda Vilmar, Sweden. She broke the world record with 183. She smashed
is
it with
massive.
190. And at this point, she's just grinding it to dust underfoot. 200 kilos on the bar.
This record will still be here in 100 years. We'll have a new generation of commentators looking back, going, "Oh yeah, this was set back in 2025."
Loaded. No, sorry, not yet. Another bar is loaded.
The bar is loaded for Matilda Vilmar's attempt to smash the world record into absolute tiny pieces.
Having a good chat with them there, making sure she gets the lift off she wants.
But did you see the smile on her face as she came out?
Yeah,
She's
she's
just
pretty excited
enjoying
about
herself.
this. It's not every day you get to have a go at a record, you know, and be able to jump this much
Yeah.
without having to worry about defending. Doesn't happen often.
She's the world champion. She has the world record. She's broken it twice today. But the 200 mark on bench press for women's equipped is something very special indeed.
Well, it certainly is. I mean, it's never been done in this weight class. Good touch, holds it well.
It's going, but it's just a
couldn't
tiny
quite get the
bit
lock
too
on it.
heavy. You know,
Huge effort though.
2.5 kilos less might have gone.
Wow.
But look how happy she is.
Great competition. Came off the chest well.
It did, and her shirt tight enough to get that sort of weight up. She stood out there for an
Yeah.
extra 10 minutes while we figured out all our technical difficulties. So Elise Rosenborg is your 63 kilo world champion with 160. Hilda Hagen Mikkelsen takes the silver with 150. It's Emma Tiekerberg, I think, in her first world bench.
Yeah.
Gets a bronze medal with 132.5. In the 69 kilo class, Matilda Vilmar absolutely dominated.
Yeah, it was the Matilda Vilmar show today.
190 for a new world record, and it's Marta Shelter with 160 with the silver. Ingrid Hansen takes the bronze with 152.5. Well, that was an exciting session, Gary.
It's going to be, I was going to say it doesn't get better than that, but it probably will tomorrow. It's
We
been quite
have
amazing.
the medal ceremony coming up, so stick around for that. And we have the rest of the open classes for you tomorrow. See you then.
kilos from Norway. Participation medals to every lifter, every athlete, as a thank you and memory being here. Bench Press Worlds 2025, Shannon, Norway. So we can start now with the medal ceremony. The 47 kilo class open ladies. The bronze medalist is Karina Simonians from Armenia. Result 97.5 kilos. The silver medalist is Oksana Motrutsi from Ukraine. Result 110 kilos. And the gold medalist, world champion 2025, Aya Fukuda, Japan, with 117.5 kilo result. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for national anthem of Japan. Congratulations. bronze medalist is Marcela Sandvik from Finland. He's on 120 kilos. It's European record 2 times. Silver medalist Miyabi Kikuchi from Japan. Result 132.5 kilos. And the gold medalist, world champion 2025, Tetiana Shalinska, Ukraine. Result 135 kilos. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for national anthem of Ukraine. Congratulations. Kilo class open, ladies. Bronze medalist, Blanka Partonkova, Czechia. 142.5 kilo result. Silver medalist, Hanna Buturlin, Ukraine. Result 142.5 kilos. Gold medalist, world champion 2025, Ellie Steele from Great Britain. Result 145 kilos. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for national anthem of Great Britain. Congratulations. Kilo class open, ladies. Bronze medalist, Emma Tigerer, Sweden. Result 132.5 kilos. Silver medalist, Hilde Hagen Mikkelsen, Norway. Result 150 kilos. Gold medalist, world champion 2025, up for national anthem of Norway. Congratulations. 69 kilo class open, ladies. Bronze medalist, Ingrid Hansen, Norway. Result, 152.5 kilos. Silver medalist, Marte Kjelta, Norway. Result, 160 kilos. Gold medalist, world champion 2025 with 2 world records, Matilda Wilhelm, Sweden, 190 kilos. Result. Please stand up for national anthem of Sweden. Congratulations. You always were so awesome today. Thank you for coming here to Norway. 2025 Bench Press World Championships. I hope to see you all back next year, even stronger, if that's possible. Thank you.